The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities of LFTP Productions.
Surgeon General warning: tobacco use increases the risk of infertility, stillbirth, and low birth weight.
What time is it? What time is it? Oh, kick a new flavor in your ear. It's time for new flavor in your ear. New flavor in your ear. Flavor in your ear. Let's light it up.
I know you get blowed.
Hey, can you play some shit like that with freestyle?
Shoot the shit, even shoot dice.
That's my flavor.
That's
What's up, everybody? I am DJ Gloss. Once again, this is The Flavor. And speaking of the flavor of the week this week is Backwoods chocolate flavor of the week. It's slow burning, it's smooth, it's chocolatey like this brown. So we're just going with the theme. Sosa, what's the flavor?
like fashion is like moving. You know what I'm saying? Fashion is like constantly moving. You seen Lil Uzi at his last performance?
Oh, with the
That nigga
female
was like
attire?
a fucking a Transformer villain or some
Oh, I
shit.
didn't
Nigga
see
he
that.
had some Madonna shit on. Nigga had some like. You didn't see that shit?
No.
I don't know. Yeah, Lil Uzi. On some.
Well, you know everything recycles.
Everything recycles. It's like some
old
David
is new
Bowie.
again.
Yeah. It's like David Bowie. Young Thug was wearing dresses and doing a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it's
I
like
think he
that
was
David
doing
Bowie.
that too.
Right.
Get people talking.
He had a plan. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
I think people kind of following that
Right.
formula too, though, right?
A little too much.
A little too much. He kind of paved the lane for some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, other than that, you want to introduce the guest?
I want to introduce to y'all platinum super producer June James.
Give it up for June.
Hey!
What's up? Pleasure.
June.
Gloss, what it do? Love. What's going down, y'all?
What's up, Jones?
Life is good.
Life is good.
Right.
It's very good. Never looked
One of a super producer in our midst, man, like a natural born hit maker.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real.
You think we asked this question before though? You think hard work beats talent? What's more important, hard work or talent?
For sure, because I ain't never was the best. And I still don't feel like I'm the best, and I feel like that's what pushes me. You know what I'm saying? I know I met people that I'm like, God damn, why you not on? But they don't work hard as me. So I get it. They be working for me. I mean, some people ain't talking shit, but you know what I mean.
Nah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's just levels to the shit mentally. When it comes to certain shit, you gotta have confidence and know what you standing on and know what you about. And that's that shit transcends, just being good at something. That's something a bit larger than life. You know what I'm saying? You gotta live in your purpose.
I think that hard work I'll beat it every time.
Yeah.
If you hitting those 100 reps every single
Yeah,
day,
You can't, how can you not?
how can you not?
I've been doing this since I was 15, 16, so nigga, how can you not?
June put them 10,000 hours in. He really mastered this. But
You
not
good about
only
that
that, June, I think people don't really know, like, you really have a musician background. Like, you did years of band.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you really can read
I really
music.
love music, yeah.
Right.
Facts.
And I think, to me, there's a difference between producers that say learn on FL, nothing wrong with that.
No, right.
And some that really, like,
Yeah,
started, like,
yeah.
I'm orchestra.
Yeah.
He's band. Like,
Yeah,
we
for
really
sure.
started from music.
Yeah.
Let's
And
talk about that a little bit, like, your background.
Yeah. So like, my mama, it's so crazy. She the one that made me like get in the band because like I was playing football. I was doing everything that the typical like teenage boy would do, right? But my mom wanted me to be well rounded. She wanted me to just be like an athlete or nothing like that. So she was like, pick up an instrument, and I was relatively good at both. But it was just something about music that just like, and I'd never been a follower either. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's not even like knocking nobody that plays sports. My son great at football, but I always just wanted to do my own thing. I don't know, it's just, you just always want to go your own route. And I really love music, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feel like getting hit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna, I'm just saying, like,
Some
I don't
people
know.
got some shit.
Not just that, but like no cap, like, I was coming up in an era where, like, I ain't had no father growing up, so I ain't never had nobody like be like, let's go in the backyard and throw the ball or whoop the whoop. I just did that shit based off my daddy playing football. You know what I'm saying? He played in the NFL for like 4 or 5 years before he passed nigga down when I was 2. You know
No
what
shit.
I'm
What
saying?
team?
He played for the Colts and he played for the Lions.
No shit.
You can Google that shit. If you Google June James, my name gonna pop up and his name gonna pop up. I'm the 5th, he the 4th. You know what I'm saying?
You carrying on a legacy, but
Yeah,
just
like,
in a
real shit.
different way.
So that's where my mom was at too. Where I was like, I know I'm carrying a legacy, but I got to carry a legacy on my own way.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just feel like, you know, God don't make mistakes. That shit just naturally happen by LOA. Like, just naturally, just law of attraction, shit just going down. Me meeting the right people at the right time.
Yeah.
And I picked up a horn, and like I played. The first one I ever picked up was a trumpet, but my lips too big, so I got trombone. You know, no Diddy,
wait.
No
Diddy.
Diddy.
I got a question.
I had to make sure.
Hold on,
I had to
wait.
make sure. I had to make sure I said
Wait,
no
hold
Diddy.
on. Bring that back.
Shout to my nigga Pronto.
Bring it back.
Can y'all edit that out? Without me having to say no Diddy?
We're not editing
No,
that
Puffy.
out.
Hey, look, no Diddy. I'm gonna say, how many times can I say it where I just be alleviated of
Hold
whatever?
on, I got a
my
question, just as a female. I got a
transgress
question.
after this.
What's up?
Hold on. Who told you why? Did someone tell you, oh, your lips too big for this instrument? Or what made you be like,
I was
That's
just,
a good question.
right. Who told you that?
My mom, black people be honest. Like, my mama was just like, boy, you can't play that trumpet. I'm like,
She
okay.
pushed you into success, like that shit, like.
I mean,
It's no
yeah.
coincidence.
No coincidence,
Here's the
bro.
thing about
This
this
shit happened how it's supposed to
like,
happen.
Catch-22, like, she was all for me playing in the band. When I picked up like the rap shit and doing the music shit, hell no. Like, she was like, bro, like they was like, I remember going to college, bro. I mean, before I was going to college, and I dropped out of high school because I already knew what the fuck I wanted to do, bro. It was a rap. I didn't want to go to college because like, but I only went to college for my grandma. Like, you know, gotta go to college. But I went to college on a band scholarship at TSU. But
Shout out to TSU.
But I was making shout out to Ocean Hill, TSU and shit like that. But I was making beats since 10th grade, 11th grade and shit. My partner, he wasn't really my partner. It was really a nigga that like, I don't want to say that shit because we grown.
I'm glad you clarified because we're real quick to say, oh, that's my people. But
he wasn't my partner,
it's
but
an
like
acquaintance.
he was an acquaintance nigga I was in school with. And I would always talk about FL and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was coming up in time when like Lil Jon and like Pharrell and like you just had producers really just putting on at the time, like no other. So I'm like, well, shit, I don't gotta be a rapper. I can really just do this shit. Plus, I already know how to do this shit. As far as like, you know, theory wise, just like music itself and shit. And I always wanted to be the nigga that control the vibe. So it's like, nigga, I'd rather make beats than rap. You know, if rap, we happen to rap for shit show. I done tried rapping a couple times, but it just.
You think the money more than
I think I'm too self-conscious to rap. And not just that, but like I told my partner, like, bro, I would just rap about getting high and bitches because I'm not in the streets and nothing like that. I'm in my mid-30s. I got kids and shit. Like, I'm not finna be out here talking about drilling and ham-ass shit. Like, I'm just saying, like, what the fuck I'm finna rap about, bro? Like, I'm just saying at this age, I mean, even back then.
That shit, you gotta drop
even
you
back
gotta
then,
do some Andre
even
3K
back then,
shit, nigga.
Even back then,
you gotta do some
me out.
Kendrick Lamar, what's that, damn, what's that album, fool?
I'm not saying
about being a dad.
I'm not saying that, man, see, this nigga crazy.
Oh God, what's that shit? Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Nigga, that's good
This shit
music,
come
though.
out of nowhere.
That shit good
Making
music. It's
yeah,
good
for
music.
sure, but that's Kendrick
That's my
Lamar.
point.
He been pushing that narrative from like since whatever, like where it's like, you know, good, you know, uplifting shit. But like, nigga, I be making shit for like the streets,
For everybody.
twerking
Like,
shit. I mean, for everybody, but
You
show.
do make
But
every
I'm saying
type of
like,
beat.
if he had to ask me what my purpose was, nigga, we go, you know, we like a little ass shaking and money making. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know.
What's the best era of music? I remember when we was talking earlier
we
and
was talking
shit,
earlier.
and you was saying
I-
70s music was
I'm
the
asking
best.
you though, what do you feel? Because I already told you how I feel.
How I feel?
I'm interview you.
Shit, my first album I ever had was 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying, like that old
You know what's so
school
crazy?
gangster music.
That's my first too.
No shit.
Really?
First one
It's
I
a
ever had.
crazy
too.
album, nigga.
Perfect album.
It's a crazy album, nigga.
It's a great album.
I'm
bro.
so for it, y'all.
If
I'm
I
like,
can't do it, homie, it can't be. That nigga had bangers.
no, you know
Bangers.
which one got me? Many Man.
Oh yeah, for
Oh, yeah,
sure.
definitely.
That was
Yeah, for
my
sure.
standout on that album.
Boy, she low key a gangster on the low. You always
Low
looking out.
key. I thought you knew about me.
Oh
honey.
shit,
That
not
was
you.
gangster
Oh
as hell.
damn, I'm scared of this woman. Oh my lord.
But yeah, I think, you know, 90s is like a historic hip hop era. Everyone always talks about the
Yeah.
90s, but to me personally, I really don't have a top era because I could pick stuff from every.
Yeah, I never thought about it like that, but I be feeling like there wouldn't be no hip hop in the 90s without the 70s. That's why I always give it to the 70s.
Man.
Because
that's
you
the
gotta think half the shit them niggas, you got the 90s they was prevalent for sampling because them niggas wasn't getting
Yep.
taxed for sampling, so they was going crazy.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It
I
wasn't.
didn't know that at all.
When,
No,
so
y'all didn't
when
know
did-
that?
So,
no, I did
yeah,
not
I
like-
know
never knew that. I know you knew that. Like it
Oh,
was,
I did not
that's
know
why
that.
that's why all that shit's so sample heavy. Like that's why I hate when old niggas talk shit. I be like, bro, all y'all did was sample old
Yeah,
shit,
I did not
and
know
in
that.
every fucking way too. These niggas would literally sample the shit, redo the hook, and then say some little fly that shit. Don't get around them, and it all be the same cadence and shit.
So
and they be talking shit about our generation. Y'all be mumbling, man. Y'all, what the fuck? Nah, them
niggas lyrics too, like
bro, get your
went
bitch ass
to the
on,
store
bro.
the other day.
I went to the store and bought me some milk. And I went to my mom and gave her a $100. That's real rap.
Ain't nobody died, nigga. Like
bitch ass on. Like these niggas is crazy, bro. We out here talking shit. It's the not even that. Nowadays you can take your pick. It's like today, if you don't want to be lyrical, turn this shit on. If you want to be in your bag, turn this shit on. If you want to be on, like back then, you couldn't take your pick. You had to listen to this shit.
You right.
You had to get what you had to listen to what they gave you. So you know, that's why I feel like that's cap when they say that shit. I be like, bro, instead of bitching about what it was, because at the end of the day, you can still find what you want from that era if you just know how to look for it. You know what I'm saying? But don't get me wrong, there's always going to be somebody in the mainstream because that's what's going on right now. But there's still sub-genres that are still generating income, still doing shows, still prevalent, still relevant. Currency, Larry June, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's just so many genres of music that you don't got to worrying about what's going on in the mainstream, what they put in front of you. Yeah. You know, that's why I be feeling like when I get here, and then after that, you got to appreciate what's going on in front of you. I mean, it's just evolution of what's going on. And it's
in the moment.
It's like, here's the thing about
the radio
it's like when people complain, like every generation complains about this generation being better than the next, but it's like, you got to understand, bitch, you raised that generation. So what do you know what I'm saying? Like,
what'd you say?
No, for real though. They be complaining about shit that they birthed.
Yeah.
Like, that should be wild, bro.
Man.
That's why you can't be on that.
That's a slap in the face. We need to bring that up.
You gotta think about that shit. They don't never say that shit. They always complain about.
Don't say that.
Oh, it ain't like the old days. Well, that's on your bitch ass. Like you like the old days. You raised these motherfuckers, nigga.
You just said a
that's
word.
why you know what I'm saying. I'm a parent, so I'm just saying real just shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just facts. Like my mom, I'm like, mama, you right? You
did it.
Fuck you complaining about?
Right.
I was
you
yours.
did this.
I'm a product of this.
I'm a
shit.
product of
I'm a
you know
product
what I'm
of
saying?
my environment.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be strong.
For sure.
Only man to steal them off, get a pin on his son.
For sure.
Oh.
That was a bar too.
Dang.
Damn, Jesse Jackson.
Right.
That's it.
The live
He got that
studio
gray hair.
audience.
He got that gray shit for a reason. This nigga knows some shit. He knows some shit, man. Niggas that wear their hat like that to the back with the beard behind the camera. It's always niggas like that on the scene that just knows some shit.
$1 million worth the game, nigga.
A wizard. To see, you know, I toured. And look, got a million stories. You know, I toured back in the day with, you know,
this game with legs.
Kumo D, and you know, I was fucking with Digital Underground. You know, Tupac was my man. I knew Tupac. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's always nigga around. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what you need around.
No, for sure.
To be well.
He's too young. He's 2024. He probably was like hanging out with like Chameleon there and shit like that. You know, look, see.
Oh, that's funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I know
on
people.
Point.
I know people.
Speaking of on point, I really want to talk about some of the artists we as consumers of music and hip hop would not have known of had it not been for a June James beat. Let's talk about it, Sosa.
Okay.
So I looked at
artists off the top that you could think that until you heard him on a June James beat, then you were aware of that artist. Let's talk about that.
Bro.
Lucci. Tell the truth.
Tell the truth. Lucci. Nigga made a banger for Lucci.
Made two bangers. That made nigga two biggest bangers.
Yeah, the two biggest.
Yeah.
That's
niggas don't understand. Like I burned that nigga Lucci Houston I'm the nigga that burned Lucci Houston for the first time.
Oh, speaking of your question, bro, we talked about it. He gave me some real game. This nigga made Work My Leg. Work My Leg.
Even I didn't know that.
Work My Leg, bro.
I didn't even.
Hey, look. It's a national anthem, nigga. Niggas don't know that. That nigga came up with the whole concept and everything. Like, I'm not knocking Young Dre. Young Dre artist, what I'm saying, but like, I remember making the beat and being like, bro, we gotta make some shit. You know, we can just be like, work my legs. Because before that, he was making songs and shit. We making shit, but like I said earlier, when we was just chalking up before, niggas was doing what everybody else was doing without putting their own flavor on it. And so I was like, bro, I heard Pretty Boy Swag, like everybody did during that time. And I was like, I want to make some shit like that, but in my own way. You know what I'm saying? It was so crazy. If y'all don't peep game, my shit inspired another nigga shit at that time. That nigga, y'all remember that Dance Like a Stripper and shit like that?
Yep.
But that nigga, so with that shit, that nigga and me, I don't know where he at to this time. We would give a fuck. Fuck that nigga. I fuck that nigga, but you know, I don't know that nigga. I'm just saying, I remember meeting that nigga, and he was on our dick about Work My Legs, and he wanted the beat. He wanted a beat for me and shit. I think he was man's about the beat, but I think he was too good to buy a beat for me and shit. And I really don't give a fuck because if it's pressure, it's pressure. I mean, I'm just saying like, nigga, we really, it don't matter. I'm not gonna talk about this shit. But I'm saying like, so I remember that nigga, and it really dawned on me a couple of years ago. I was like, well, this nigga really low key jacked my swag and stole my, because if you listen to Dance Like a Stripper, that shit sounded exactly like the beat, the build up and all that shit like that. And I didn't realize it until he did that shit. I was like, oh, fuck, because he had a song before that. Didn't he have a song before that?
Nobody knows.
I don't
It's
know.
Crickets. We don't know.
I mean, we don't remember that nigga
That's
to
why
this
I say
day.
the cream rises to
We're
the
not
top.
on the same
We
level.
don't-
Yeah, that's gonna
That
show
era,
you.
that whole era of like Texas music.
Shout out to
bro.
Young Nation, by the way, bro. I'm
Young
gonna say
Nation.
shout out to Young Nation, bro.
That
Shout
whole
out to
era
Young
was
Let's
Nation.
talk
crazy.
about more. What other artists put us familiar with? What other artists do you feel you were a major contribution
Stunner
to
Bam.
their?
Stunner
Stunner
Bam.
Bam, Houston shit, you know what
Yeah.
I'm
Stunner
saying?
Bam.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out
For real.
Stunner
Shout out to
Bam.
my nigga Z-Man, Stunner Bam. Hella niggas, man. Shit. Man, fuck.
Right.
I don't like saying shit because I don't want to leave nobody out. That's why I don't like popping that type of shit.
Well, to ask you
Well,
about
I
it too,
can't.
one of
Yeah.
the best songs on Travis Scott's album,
That shit
Yosemite.
happened. Yeah, that shit happened. So I mean, I don't even meant
How did that, like, dead ass? Not even the generic,
I'm
how
tell
did
you
they
how
go
it
up?
happened.
Like, dead
I
ass,
just
though.
told you
Like,
a million times, but I'm
that's
telling you the
crazy,
story right
nigga.
now, too, again. So this is what happened. So I had I had just moved to Atlanta, but my baby mama was pregnant. And, you know, when they pregnant, they want to nest. They want to be around family and shit. So we had to move back. I kept the crib in Houston, but I had got a spot I kept the kid in Atlanta, and I got a spot in Houston. So we moved back to Houston at the time, around 2018, top 2018, while she was pregnant and shit. And I think my baby had just been born or some shit. She had just been born. And we was staying at her mama's spot until my spot was ready. And my nigga Tat, shout out to DJ Tat. Tat just randomly hit me up on the gram, phone on the gram, one of the two, and he was basically just like, hey, we doing a pop-up at Travis Scott pop-up, and some shit I would never really go to, because I'm just being that serious. I never listened to Travis Scott. I just jam Future and shit like that. Like, it just wasn't my lane.
Right.
I just never got it. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, fuck it. And the thing about it, I had just bought this like fresh ass like Gucci fit, and I was finna iron. I had ironed that motherfucker, and I burned the biggest hole in that motherfucker. Right, but I didn't know, nigga. I ain't never bought a Gucci fit before. So I'm in that bitch. Finna you go up there, that bitch says. It was like a nigga.
Oh man.
Ooh, Lord. Yeah, that bitch is bad.
It's like
And
shrunk up, or that bitch?
No, it just, man. Hey,
That
man.
bitch exploded on your.
Yeah, it disintegrated. That fabric is just not meant for iron, not meant for the common man.
What?
That's why you gotta send that bitch to the cleaners. You can't. It's not meant for a nigga just at the house. Why you buy Gucci? You gotta iron your shit at the house. I didn't know that though. I didn't think about. My niggas like, I got the money. You don't know my circumstance, bitch ass niggas. But anyway,
Hey, just make a note. If you got Gucci, you don't know better. Don't iron.
don't iron that shit.
Anyway.
Don't iron Gucci. We gonna make a song about that.
Right.
Don't iron good.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, so I'm sick as hell at the crib. My baby mama was like, boy, you got so many clothes. You better put some shit on, go do that. You never know what will happen. So shout out to my baby mama. So
Right,
I go up
see?
there, and then I'm thinking to myself,
It's like your mom telling you, hey, you better play that
exactly.
instrument.
And then I got an ego, so I'm like, you got me fucked up. I'm going to go. You got me. So I went up there. I went, and like I said, and this when shit was popping to the max. Like, you know, every day we lit out, key to the streets. I ain't made.
Hold on, who did Key to the Street?
I did.
Right, that's
Oh.
what I'm saying.
Oh, see, I like that. Go set me up.
Hitmaker.
So I can knock it back down. I like that. But anyway, so and that's another thing. Nigga always just want to make the hits. I ain't never give a fuck about filling no album up. I just generally just like making a big record. I like seeing people move.
What you think make a big record?
Nostalgia, good hooks, and you know, just knowing the tempo and knowing your audience.
What's some of the ingredients in your opinion, June James, what is your main ingredients you would say for like a hit? Just generic ingredients.
You ain't gotta spill too much sauce.
I just
Right.
said it. I can't say it.
Shall I say it again?
I
Just
mean,
a couple of generic
no, I
ones.
mean, nostalgia meaning like, you know, what is, I mean, I'm just saying you want a direct hit. I'm not saying that you can't make a hit off just doing you, which is really always the best, because you want a nigga sampling you versus you sampling
Right.
somebody else, right?
Ooh.
So I'm saying, I'm saying like one-on-one with this shit is like sampling something, you know what I'm saying, or finding something nostalgic. It could be a nursery rhyme. Nigga don't gotta be a sample. It could be a nursery rhyme. It could be something that people say all the fucking time.
Some abstract shit.
Abstract shit, but you know, eclectic, but something catchy. So you want to be catchy, repetitive. Repetitiveness is key. You know what I'm saying? And the beat always gotta be fire. And you know, 9 times out of 10, it gotta be up tempo. Even if the BPM is slow, the bitch gotta move. You know, you can have some shit at 110 and 120, but that shit move away where it still got that bounce to it, right? It always has to have a bounce. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But don't get me wrong, there are some records that you like that are hits. And it all depends on what we talk about. Are we talking about rap? Are we talking about country? Are we talking about pop? Because I'm talking about rap.
Yeah, rap, not R&B, but rap R&B. That slow 120 in tempo.
I'm talking about, that shit. I'm not talking about like other shit because that's a whole different conversation. Right. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, and even with the tempo, there's no rules to that shit, bro. There's nothing a nigga understand. There's no rules to how you do shit.
Niggas playing that shit fast as fuck now, too.
Again,
niggas running that shit hyper speed. You been seeing it? Like TikTok,
like, that's how you become a trendsetter, though. Like, I don't know. I just feel like that's the whole point of this shit. It's not a point. It's not.
You don't follow no rules.
Yeah, like nigga 3 said earlier, we was talking about, you know, the hobby is just this niggas that just do this shit as a hobby. There's niggas that really just love what we do. There's niggas that probably hate my guts because they might be looking at me like, nigga, you too commercial. You make hits because they really love the game more than I do. This nigga, I'm just saying, like, for real, bro. Like, they can look at me and be like, this nigga sold out.
They might love the game more than you do, but you really have a love for music.
No, I would come to their level and spank their ass for sure and remind them I'm that nigga. But I'm just saying there's niggas out there that like would look at a nigga like me around here. They'd be like, man, that nigga only on because of who he know, not knowing that that's part of the game.
What the fuck does that mean, nigga? Yes.
No, but I'm saying, but I'm just saying that's where it gets to.
Oh my God!
I've been told several times by niggas that I done helped out or whatever, where it's like, on some passive aggressive hating shit.
But that's some hating ass shit.
Where it be like, it's crazy. It's really about who you know. I'd be like, I mean, yeah,
people
for sure.
Always hate on
I mean, like, part of it for sure, but you still ain't outworking me. I still will eat your lunch. I still will. No, Diddy. Goddamn, you can't say nothing nowadays, bro.
It didn't even hit
me. It just felt weird saying no. In this climate, me saying eating the nigga lunch sound, no Diddy again.
You said it again.
It sound weird, bro. I got it, but I had no Diddy.
No Diddy, yeah,
no Diddy, no Diddy.
But let's say this because we said this earlier. People are always gonna hate on greatness.
Yeah. It's human nature, bro.
It is human nature. So.
It's human nature, bro. They love a come up story. They love a fall off story. That's how that shit go, bro.
Let's finish back to how you did the Travis Scott.
See how I did that? I'm about to say we damn near off track. Okay. So anyway, so we at the spot. I pull up to the spot, and I never said this shit. Shout out to the nigga MC Quay. He wanted the plaque from this shit, but I'm like, bro, I couldn't control the situation. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like he still deserved one, and I've been trying for the longest to make that shit right. So shout out to MC Quay because it wouldn't really happen without him. So the nigga, so we in that bitch. Downtown was there. It was just a good vibe. This is before Down blew up and shit. Because last time I saw Down didn't even speak to the nigga. You know, I get it, whatever. It's just how niggas get. I don't know. But
you think it's just how niggas get?
I don't know, bro. It was just,
you think money do that?
I'm not gonna say the nigga ain't speak, but it just wasn't the same energy as it was when I first went. I don't know, bro. It was.
You can feel it.
What you mean? Exactly.
Yeah,
you
okay,
can feel it. And that's what I'm saying. I feel it. And then to this day, I got love for Down to this day. But now I was like, bro, let's work. He like, oh yeah, for sure. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, Ben. I'm thinking like, I'm that nigga too. I thought that nigga made me feel like, you know what I'm saying? I had to get my shit back. I had to smoke a cigarette and be like, man, you that nigga. Snap back in the mode. But I'm thinking like, this nigga, you know, he doing his thing, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? He seen some shit I ain't never seen. He said, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy for that nigga. But anyway, so he was there playing this shit, vibing. What's up, June? You know what I'm saying? We chopping it up. Tat doing this thing, and then Travis comes in because you know Travis comes because everybody starts gravitating, and so he comes in there and shit. And I remember I told him that MC Quay, I don't even think I told him to introduce me, bro. If I did, I did. If I didn't, I didn't. But long story short, MC Quay is the nigga that introduced me to that nigga Travis Scott. He whispered in that nigga ear, and then the nigga eyes like open and like, oh, I fuck with every day. He's like, I fuck with he from Houston. So I remember him saying that shit.
It's automatic then.
So I remember saying, hey, bro, I don't want a picture. I just want to like get your email or your connection because I got some tracks for you. And so I got his email and shit. He's like, I'm gonna send you my personal email, not the other email, because that gets full with the shit. But I know if you send me to this one, I can get the,
it's directly to
exactly. Him. So I did that shit. So, and the crazy thing about the Yosemite beat is that I made my nigga shout out to Shut. This nigga, the guitar player named Sheldon Ferguson. We had a session in Atlanta for like, you know, and I was just like, and I ain't gonna lie, I get inspired, right? So I heard Sold Out Dates, and I was like, man, that shit's crazy. Crazy. So I was inspired by that shit. I was like, I want to do some guitar. Because I think at that time, Now it's everybody doing paying guitar. Either
that paying guitar was a whole
if you gotta think,
wave,
and the thing
bro.
is between me and Turbo,
Couldn't get away from that
you gotta
shit.
think me and Turbo really popped that shit off. Like I don't think about it is you don't realize you be like setting vibes and shit. Niggas be telling me in Atlanta like, bro, you know you started that paying shit. I'm like, I did. Like you, OG Parker and Brody. I'm like. We wasn't trying. I did. I'm like, we was just making shit based off of what vibe. But I'm just saying, like, based off the instruments, like, you gotta think of that because everybody do guitars and shit. Like that shit, the wave now.
Those vibes become influential.
I mean, I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's the wave now. Everybody be doing. If it ain't doing the drill shit, niggas doing the little wavy guitar shit. But we was the first niggas that was doing that shit.
Weezy out there.
Oh, Weezy did. I love Weezy shit, bro. But Weezy been doing this thing, bro. Weezy been doing this thing. That nigga been doing this thing since. I've been doing his thing on a bigger level too. I think like fucking with Thug and shit. He just had a different tag, so I guess niggas don't remember, but. Weezy been doing this. Weezy been around for Weezy put them hours, nigga.
I remember hearing that tag for the first time.
Weezy waited his fucking turn. He was behind London and them. London was that nigga. Then Weezy came up. Weezy waited his fucking turn. It was Weezy. That nigga. Is it Ghost or Goose? I don't know, but like.
I think that's important for people to wait.
You gotta understand. You gotta wait your turn.
You gotta wait your turn.
That nigga Weezy waited his turn.
Like someone else.
It was London on the track, killing shit. Then London on the track became bigger. And then Weezy waited his turn. That nigga Weezy is that nigga. Shout out to Weezy. I ain't never met a nigga in my life. I'm just saying this is based off just me liking music. I love the nigga beats.
Another keynote.
Because our styles are kind of similar. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait your turn. That's another keynote.
No, for shit. So
it get greater.
That's what happened. So I had got the nigga email, and like I said, the nigga Sheldon was the one we made it. And what it is. The nigga Sheldon played I play sold out day, so I was like, I want some kind of this key, but I want to do something different. Like I said, bro, really just do you. But this is what I'm inspired by. I didn't say do exactly like sold out day, so I was just like, I already know what BPM I want to do with that. I already know I'm gonna do the shit in my head, but I just need you to do it and just vibe. So he did this thing, and the thing about it so crazy about the loop, it's really a 20-minute loop. He played the guitar for like 20, 30 minutes, right? And he was just killing it. And I remember, and the niggas don't even know, I got 3 placements off that 120-minute loop. I got placements with Yellow Beezy, of course Yosemite, and somebody else, I forgot the name. But I remember when he played that the specific Yosemite riff, I was like, damn, that bitch was crazy. I remember just being in the middle of, I was really just rolling up smoking, and I was just vibing. And I was just like, oh. Yeah. And then he went back to what he was already doing. It was just like, it was a fucking moment. I was like, and I remember like when, I remember finally getting the loop and shit. That's when I came to Houston. So me and Remy was in the studio. Me and Remy was working on shit at the DSC1 studio. And I remember pulling up. I already got the 2 placements off. I had already got the placement beforehand with the shit. Mm-hmm. This is before Yosemite came out. And I was like, bro, I want to use that one part, but I could never find it. It didn't sound the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I finally found it. And I was like, I found that bitch. And we made the beat.
No shit. So it was like buried in a 20 minutes. It was buried
in 20 minutes, bro. It's literally like 5 seconds. I had to loop it and do all, but it's like just one part that's just perfect. And I was like, bro, that's the one.
And you had that ear for it.
Yeah, that was it. And then like I said, I sent it to that nigga. And I remember like 2 weeks later, he just like, yeah, we got one. He emailed me back. And I was like, oh, fuck. And I didn't, like I said, at the time, I didn't really like I didn't jam Travis Scott, so I didn't think of like how big this shit was. I didn't know they was like, that nigga was that big. I didn't know. Cause I was like I said, I was in the Future. I'm doing shit for Lucci, so we really on street shit. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really just know that like
major.
I didn't know this nigga was a pop star. You know,
right,
like a rock star. You know what I'm saying? Like got a whole different reach than what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of my biggest records. It's one of my biggest records. You know what I'm saying? For sure. If not one of the biggest.
Astroworld.
Like I was saying, super producer June James. I would love to have you back, June, because we can
definitely
go
do
at
part
this
2.
for
It's a lot of game. I feel like
everybody been telling me I need to keep doing part 2s, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I done did 3 interviews in this past week and a half, and everybody like we gotta do part 2.
We do.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
game. You gotta talk to my manager though. He over there. No, I ain't gonna lie, she right there. No, that's my manager.
You got book with Gloss.
Gloss is my manager.
Hey. Yeah. Well, this is the flavor. You just heard it from himself. There was a lot of jewels and golden nuggets if you really listen to it with June James. We're going to have him back. I am DJ Gloss.
It's your boy Sosa, man. This is another episode of Flavor. We got this bitch.
Stay tuned.
Live from the